almost as big as my dick. How's everybody doing tonight? Real happy to be here. Thank you. A little bit about myself. I'm 18. Yeah? No. I just graduated high school.
Woo!
And I gotta say, I was never a big fan of school. Like, I just felt that it got harder as the years went on. Not for me at all. And then this past year's been crazy, you know, with everything. I found out one of my teachers was a pedophile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was touching kids and then giving them an A. So I sucked his dick, but he lowered my grade. But yeah, I'm a pretty normal, average teenager. And just like any normal, average teenage girl, they're not very into me. It's been very difficult, actually. I just got broken up with a little while ago. And,
Nice.
yeah, and I don't know. Let me just say that relationships are terrible. Like, they really are. Relationships are just the worst. Relationships are like anal. You know, it might seem like a really great idea. You might just want to get in one. But by the time it's over, you're just covered in shit. What made my breakup extra difficult for me was that everything would make me think of her. You know? Like, I would be driving, and I'd be like, she could drive. I'd be reading, and I'd be like, yeah, she can read, yeah. I saw the word gynecologist, broke down. Yeah. I was so touch deprived after my last relationship that I went to the dentist 5 times in 1 week just so someone would touch me. I started eating glass just so I'd have an excuse to go. And you know what? Unlike my ex, at least the dentist would listen to me. Every time I got there, she'd always say, open up. But no, I knew I was in too deep in that relationship when I started to search love into Pornhub. Nothing comes up. But I think that another reason that I was so, invested in that relationship was that I did lose my virginity to that girl.
Woo!
Yeah. No. So, look, let's be real. Your sex is great, right? I'm assuming you all know, right? You probably don't.
Yes.
But, just take my word for it. Like the whole time I was doing it the first time, I was just thinking to myself about how excited I was to tell my friends the next day. Like each thrust was just like, I can't wait to tell everyone. I finished on waiting. But I won't lie to you guys. I did just get a hand job. Even though the doctor referred to it as a yearly physical. And my mom referred to my uncle as not a real doctor. But after that relationship, I started dating this bisexual girl. And I had no issue with that she was bisexual, My only issue I actually had was that she had sex with more girls than me. And let me just say this girl, she was crazy. She really was. She would want me to punch her in the face during sex. I told my parents about that. My mom was horrified. Told me to dump her. My dad asked me to invite her over for dinner. And I'd be really nervous when I was having sex with her, and not so much because of the punching, but really just because I was having sex with like a real girl, Like I was starting to feel bad for my dog. Throughout this whole process of, dating and meeting all these people and having all these experiences, like, I tried to be fun. Like, there was this one girl I was with, and she and we used to role play. We would role play whatever books we were reading at the time. So for me, that was, just usually comics. And it ended up working perfectly, though, because in bed she always called me the Flash anyways. So fast. But I got really freaked out one day when she picked up a book called Once You Go Black. That was sort of it for us. Yeah. But, throughout all this process, my friends kept telling me, Jacob, you're not okay. You need to talk to someone. You need to talk to someone. You need to talk to someone. But I told them, I talk to myself, but apparently that's schizophrenia. Shut up! Anyways, yeah, so I did eventually decide I was going to see a therapist. He quit right after the session. I told him I'm too afraid to lose people. But it's for the best. I later found out he was seeing someone else. But like I said earlier, I don't do too well with the ladies.
True.
Yeah. She was one of them. But, it might be because I refer to them as, the ladies, but, I never know. Like, I don't know, it's gotten to the point where even my hand is saying enough's enough. The only thing wet about my dreams are tears, because I can't even dream up a situation where a girl wants me. My friend asked me the other day if I've ever made a girl come. I said, I can't even make one come talk to me. I've never eaten out a girl because they're too afraid I'll bring down a fork and knife. I fell on a mannequin in the department store the other day. It was the closest I got to second base. And the mannequin was a guy. I've been so embarrassed about the whole thing, I started telling my friends that my ringworm was hickeys. I'm constantly hitting new lows in my life. And boy, do I have more to hit. The other day, I took myself condom shopping for the first time, and not so much out of expectation, more just out of hope. Like, who knows? Maybe I'll meet a nice priest. And I was really surprised with how they had the condom sizes. And don't get me wrong, I'm not self-conscious about the size of my penis. I think my penis is a great size. It's a mouthful. But she can still talk. I don't know, when I got in there, I was expecting to see, I was just expecting to see them as black, Jew, Asian. I knew I wouldn't get black. Didn't want to admit that I probably needed Asian. And no way I was getting Jew. I heard they cut the tips. Anyways, have a great night.